Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation. I also manage the Aviation Safety Program at the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health here in Anchorage. Thanks to Alaska Public Media for allowing us to bring you hangar flying, and thanks to our viewers for watching. This evening, we are honored to have Mr. Bernie Willis on our show. Bernie is the president of Chapter 42 of the Experimental Aircraft Association. Bernie has a wealth of aviation experience and knowledge. He is an aircraft mechanic with inspection authorization. He's flown all over Alaska as a commercial pilot and as a general aviation pilot. And he's retired from a major airline. Welcome to the show, Bernie.
Thank you.
I'd like to start by chatting about your work with the Experimental Aircraft Association. I know that EAA has a focus on recreational flying, building, and restoring aircraft. What types of activities do the members of our local Chapter 42 participate in?
Chapter 42 is made up of men and women who are interested in building, restoring, and flying airplanes that they primarily have built themselves. There are folks who have certified airplanes as well. In our group, we have almost any profession you could think of. There's engineers, there's physicians, professional pilots, students. It's unique in that once you're at an EA meeting, you're there to contribute to everybody else's enjoyment, understanding of maybe electronic principles, or painting, or welding, or riveting, or how to fly an airplane. The titles that you may have in your professional life just dissolve when you get to EAA, because we're all focused on this airplane thing.
So it's that common love of aviation that kind of ties everybody together.
It really is.
Okay.
It really is.
You've done some pretty interesting auctions of aircraft projects in the past, and you just had one with the auction of an RV-10. What other kind of projects have you auctioned off?
Our first auction was a Bowers Flybaby, and let's see. Then our next donation was a Q2, and let's see. We had another auction which was a Glass Star. It's a high-wing fiberglass airplane. So I think it was a Glass Star first, then the Flybaby, and then the last one's been the RV-10. Yes.
And what's the goal of these project auctions?
Often when a project is begun, the builder has gotten into a project that they find is more than they can handle, or life happens and things change, priorities change, but they have a lot of themselves in the project. They don't want to just discard it. So the EAA is a good place to take the project. You know, some chapters actually have a hangar and they will build something as a group, but we don't have that. So what we do then is take these projects and put them up for bid, which raises money for the chapter, and somebody gets a project typically at a discount, and oftentimes, you know, well underway.
Well, that's nice. It sounds like it's kind of a group activity too, where people can chip in and help or provide some expertise that they might have.
What usually happens is somebody gets well into a project and then they reach a roadblock. How do I do the next step? And so they come to the chapter, they call up people who are working on similar models. People have been through that roadblock before.
Sure.
And they get a boost, get through it, go on.
Are there any special requirements to join EAA? Do people need to be pilots or mechanics or own airplanes?
It takes $24 for an individual member, and then you must also be a member of the National EAA organization, which is another $40.
Okay.
So there are no experience prerequisites at all, just an interest which you display with your money.
And where can people go to join Chapter 42 or to find out more information? Does the website work?
Yes, the website is the best contact, EAA42.org.
Okay.
For our local chapter, and then EAA.org for the national organization. And on our website, you can find you know, all the contact numbers, email addresses for all of the officers. I just got an email out of the blue from a fellow in Valdez last week. He says, I'm trying to build an RV, I think it was a 7, and I need some help. Does anybody in your chapter know about an RV7? And I was able to give him the emails for 3 different members so he can pursue it.
Oh, great.
See what he can find.
So Chapter 42 is also a wonderful resource, it sounds like, for people that are out there that
Well, it
might
is.
need some help.
There's mechanics, pilots, we've had electrical engineers. There's probably somebody there or somebody there who knows somebody who can answer the questions.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you so much for being with us, Bernie. We're going to have you back on our next show and talk some more about EAA.
Thank you.
Thank you. Folks, until next time, fly safely.